Hello, welcome back. I'm going to talk about Paimon, the book that I have written and I have completed and published, called King Paimon, the Lord of the Silence, the Lord of the Abyss. And our thematic now are very much connected to Paimon, the void, the silence, and what he represents, or what type of magic he uses, or what type of knowledge he uses to teach one, or to be able to gather new information, or somehow in the same time go deeper into something that one is searching or one wants to learn. This is part of many recordings that I have done, talking about the book, the process of writing the book, how it was for me, personally, as the author of the book, and at the same time the meditations and things that I have tried to learn by myself. Almost like giving myself as an example through the exercise, so others can learn. So to say, it's not necessarily about me, but about the messages or the things that come through. And it's not to say that it's going to be the same for everyone, but it does give some type of knowledge or wisdom or insight in things that other people might be interested in, connected to Paimon, or to magic, or spiritual, or powers, or wisdom, or truth, or this is almost like an ancient subject. One has to relate to the subject of Paimon, not necessarily in a modern way, but in a deep, almost like ancient way. There is a depth always to Paimon, representing the abyss. There's always a gap. Sometimes the gap can look almost like impossible. And that gap is the work of Paimon. That gap is Paimon helping one come on the other side, or succeed, cross that gap, or cross that bridge, or cross that road, or anything. It can be even a spiritual meaning. There is something that you want to reach, almost like so possible, and Paimon can help with that as well. In the same time, the part of the silence or the meditative is necessary. It's almost like it is necessary for you to reach out or to search for an answer. It could be anything. It could be a memory from childhood, or something new you want to learn, or some help with something specifically, or if you are into magic and spirituality, then even like higher knowledge, or more in depth. It's like Paimon is going to bring you to the next level. It's going to show you the next steps, the next exercise or solution. And about the book, we have talked a lot about the book, because it's a very beautiful book, and it's almost like it does bring some new elements with it. It is a grimoire about King Paimon, and it speaks about a love story between him and a girl that he meets, and then they travel through the desert. So there is a very beautiful connection between them two. And other stories about Paimon, who he represents from other people from the past. There's always a connection to the past when it comes to Paimon. At the same time, the book does give a view towards the future of Paimon's life, or Paimon's, once he meets the girl, there is like a switch in their destiny, and they marry and they live together. And it was quite interesting, the elements connected to me, as the author of the book, and the experiences that I had, the connections that somehow I felt like I'm working on the puzzle, and Paimon has given me the right pieces, and I'm arranging it and trying to uncover some new mysteries, or trying to understand some things that I didn't understand. It's like a beautiful process. It's like a petal by petal, step by step. So it's like Paimon is careful. He shows you one thing, then another, and he does help. Decipher. He does help understand. And the book, it has a certain aura to itself, as any book. At the same time, it is a large book, 745 pages. It's almost like a magic number. Even the number of the pages, or even the way that Paimon is represented in the book. There is almost like a magical blanket under it or on it, no? So there is this element, of course, it is speaking about Paimon, so the book does carry the same elements, nor the important ones that Paimon has. So there is the element of the ancient, of the desert, of the village, of long time past, of the sands, of the mirror, of the starry night sky. You know, there's always connection to the stars, to the silence of the night, you know, to the creation, to the world, to the people. You know, there's always a loving gesture that comes from Paimon. There's always a beautiful light that comes with Paimon, no? Even if, of course, we speak about darkness, but we have to understand the darkness that Paimon carries is the seed darkness, the knowledge, no? The things that await to come out that can help one, no? So that's actually is the light, no? Paimon does represent the light as well. It's not like he's this dark figure, no? That's even a reason why I have written the book, to give honor to Paimon, to speak truth, not to represent him in a also say in reality as much as possible as how he is. No, there's not a conventional way. There's a certain freedom that I worked with Paimon. No, I visualized, I meditate, I wrote poems, I wrote a story. No, there was a lot of work that came into it, but it was all worth it. It's a very beautiful book. The cover is very beautiful. It's like a large, thick book. No, it's a grimoire. It's a poem that goes through the pages, telling the story of Paimon and the love story between him and his bride, or the girl, the way they meet, the way they communicate, no? The things that the girl represents, the things that Paimon represents, and what happens now when they come together, and what wisdom Paimon gives, what questions the girl have, no? What relationship, and then of course the ambient around them, the beautiful desert, the beautiful elements that are carried throughout the story with Paimon. No? There are always some type of elements that surround him. So to say, Paimon is Paimon everywhere. No, Paimon always represents himself. He's very, he's conventional in the way he represents himself. It is almost the same. There's just a few differences, but he always carries, no, his jewelry, his robes, his pentacles, or I'll say his magical objects, or the fire. No, it's almost like he, as I've said, he shows the magic in he's not scared. You know, he does show things that are unconventional for the meditative process, for the thought process. And it is, of course, even an emotional reaction. There's always some type of love or beauty or knowledge or deep understanding or something about like a solemn something. There's always a solemn. There's always a, you feel the king in Paimon, no? There's this veneration or adoration or respect or honor that comes around Paimon, no? That one feels he is king. Paimon is king. Paimon is Paimon, no? And it's almost when he gives an exercise, one of course tries not to understand what was the message. He communicates almost like in a secret way, or a secret language, or a secret modality that he has. It can be a vision, a number, it can be things that come, no? Different objects or different forms, geometrical forms, mixed with colors, mixed with numbers, or a certain image, or a certain there's always a certain element that makes you focus on something, no? But he does show himself on his throne. He did show himself to me on his throne as traveling, no? On his dromedary, on his camel, which is his symbol. And then he did show me visions, or I felt his presence while I was working on the book. Of course, I was very much, connected with Paimon on a spiritual level, and I was almost like I did a lot of things, no, to make sure I listened to my own knowledge, my inner knowledge, and with his help probably, or help from other, it's almost like I was prepared, no, it's like I was the right one to open the door and write about Paimon, write this book, no, I know that it was the work that I've done in the past, no, that has brought me to this level, that I was able to to have that ability, and includes many things, not only the writing aspect, but the spiritual level that I am, or the emotional level, or the even the purity of my soul, or the way of me being curious and being brave and trying to understand something that at first sight is black. It doesn't say nothing. There's a certain confidence and courage, and willing to understand, willing to work on, to be able to uncover a present which is black. You don't even believe it's there. Others will say, well, it's not there. Paimon doesn't exist. Paimon, it's just can say anything, but I do know Paimon does exist. I believe in the story. It's real. I believe in the teaching and the being of Paimon, and I respect and I give him this honor. I don't see him only as a character in a novel. I did feel his presence. I did have experiences with him that I cannot I can explain, of course, but maybe for others are not so clear or don't seem so real. But it doesn't matter, That's another lesson that Paimon teaches. The journey is lonely, finally, and it should be like that, You have to trust your journey, and there's nothing that one can say, You have to be king, you have to be sovereign. Yeah, this is my work. Yeah, this is what I did. Yeah, I am this, I am that. There's no shame in showing yourself. And this is what Paimon does. He does show himself. He does show his power, his knowledge. He does because he wants to help. And this is the same reason I am doing it. It's not about me. It's not about my ego. If it was about my ego, I would not have ever written this book. I would have never reached this level. I gave up on ego long ago, At the same time, of course, I have an ego, of course. There is a strong, healthy ego, And that's the strong, healthy ego of saying, yes, I did it. Yeah, I'm smart. Yeah, I'm courageous. Yeah, I did the work. Yeah, I did the work a lot to be able to reach this level. And I'm talking about it and I'm giving it to others so others can learn. That's the purpose of Paimon as well, That's the correct purpose, so to say. That's the intention behind it. It is love, it is good. It is something beautiful, It's almost like you prepare something for others, Whatever it is. It is made out of love, and it is made with the purpose to give it to others, So Paimon does show himself, and he has no problems to speak with confidence. He is very powerful, very strong in that. And Paimon is somebody who one should hear out. There's always say, Paimon, don't run away from me, or listen. There's always element. Paimon, the way he represents, say, well, it is almost like when you have a question, you don't have the answer. It is the darkness, but don't be scared to stretch yourself and reach that place, because that's where the answer will be there, where Paimon will help, It's almost like there is a certain necessary need of believing in the unknown, or believing in things that are not necessarily physically there, but one can train, to see things, to experience things. And some are born with the gifts, some are born with the ability, to see. There's almost like God trained me all my life to be ready for that point where He wanted to bring me and needed that from me, So I am thankful. I am in honor. I am protected. I am loved. I am God's daughter. I know things about my past lives. I know who I am. I know I did a lot of work. I went to many places to search. And I am still searching. There's always a part of me that will still keep searching for answers. It's almost like my eyes do concentrate. I am lowering my gaze. I am concentrating myself on a certain point, and even if it doesn't make sense historically, or if I was to prove it in one way, I cannot, but that doesn't mean that it's not true. Paimon almost say you don't have to go and say in a white or black way, in life. There is always a higher, he teaches that there is no black and white, there's something higher, something more beautiful. That's what Paimon represents. It is extremely beautiful, and his knowledge is very developed, very, very high, and that's the cryptic element of it, because it explains the ancient and the level, no, that Paimon has reached, or Paimon has reached through himself, no? Almost like the Paimon created himself, or Paimon is one that doesn't need others, because that's truth. That's truth, no? And if he comes, if he helps, it's because he wants to help, no? He wants to bring you further for the elevation purpose, no? Of wisdom, of you, not, how to say, not sitting in the darkness, but finding the answer, so being able to learn something new and be excited about something that you're working and gain more confidence in the things that you do, no? And I do think once you read the book in general, no, it does give this type of knowledge. It does. Paimon teaches about how to be king, how to have the qualities of the king, how to be treated, know how to treat others in that energy, in that beautiful, confident, knowing who one is, and being able to, even if you don't know all the pieces, no, gain the confidence and move forward, and reaching out for the answers or for the things that you want. And there is always like, of course, protection, no? There's Paimon is there to protect. Paimon is there to make sure there's no harm. No, of course, Paimon is no fool. No, Paimon is good. Paimon has the ability. Paimon will do. No, there's some things he doesn't even tell one, and he still doesn't help. Or wants to say, I do understand that element, of course, too. No, so I am grateful. He doesn't overpower. He gives it just a little bit. He's like the perfect teacher. He knows even the quantity or what exactly. No, there's a certain thing. There's a certain time that he reaches out. There's a certain moment. No, it's almost like he knows when you need him, or he knows when it's the right time to appear. He doesn't disturb you. He doesn't, appear when you're not ready or something like that. And the book is very beautiful. It is available on Amazon. It's called King Paimon, Lord of the Endless Silence, the Lord of the Abyss, written by Anais Giulia. And you can order it on Amazon International. It doesn't matter which country you are. And it is a beautiful book that you can have in your collection. And if you're interested in these thematics, then definitely it's the right book for you. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to continue another day or another time with other ideas or things that I will talk about Paimon, about the book in general, or other subjects that want to come through for us. And until next time, wish you all the best. Take care. Bye.